This video is part of a series of training videos on data processing for the voter roll update. The working roll is the list of registered electors presented in a format for inspection, amendment, and notation of removals for the roll update exercise. It is a version of the roll that includes additional information fields to record the status of an elector's details. The working roll from the 2019 LLG elections is used as a basis for the working roll update. In other words, through the working roll, updates are being made to the 2019 LLG roll in preparation for the 2022 national election. The purpose of this video is to show data processing officers how to enter data from the notated working rolls into the provincial application. This includes how to amend or correct the elector's details marked on the working roll. For example, correcting the spelling of a name, correcting the date of birth, updating the address in the same ward, update an elector's status to mark them for possible removal following approval by the returning officer. For example, to mark an elector for removal if they are deceased, have transferred out of the ward, are underaged, are a duplicate or ghost entry as noted in the working roll. On the main screen, click the working roll function in the provincial application. The screen will present the list of electors assigned to the ward for which your credentials or device are assigned. To update an elector's details, which appear as corrections or amendments to the existing details on the printed working roll, you first look for the elector whose details you would like to amend or correct, and find the elector using the search buttons such as last name, first name, elector ID, and gender. Once you find the elector whose information you are to amend or correct, click the pencil symbol on the top right corner on the box of that name. The Update Voter Details page appears, in which you can make edits in accordance with those that appear in the working roll. For example, you can edit the last name, given name, gender, occupation, date of birth, disability, and other information such as religion, clan, or other comments made. Data processing officers are only allowed to make changes that are marked on the working roll. Once these details are amended or corrected, click Submit. If you are using the on-screen keyboard, you will need to minimize that to see the Submit button. Once you have selected Submit, a message will appear reading, "Voter details updated successfully." Click OK. If you want to confirm this record that was updated, you can see this record as it appears in sync. After this message, you have completed the amendment of an elector's details. Now you can proceed to the other electors on your working roll. Now we will discuss how to update the status of an elector if they have been marked for removal. On the main screen, click the working roll function in the provincial application. The screen will present the list of electors assigned to the ward for which your credentials or device are assigned. Search and find the voter for whom you would like to update the status. You can search by last name, first name, elector ID, and gender. To update an elector's status, press the bottom right button in the elector's box that displays the status of each name. For example, you may see Old in the bottom right corner, and you would click on the word Old. Once you click the button, it'll show the Status Update menu, from which you should select the removal reason from the drop-down. On your working roll, you will see voters marked with a number of codes. ACT, which means active. This means the voter has been confirmed to still be eligible and resident in this ward, and their status remains unchanged. The provincial application does not require you to mark ACT voters. DEC, which means deceased. This means the voter has passed away, and if you select deceased and click Done, the message will appear, Status updated successfully. This voter will be marked for removal from the roll. TRF out, which means transferred out. This means the voter has transferred to another ward. If you select transferred out, a list of items will appear requesting that you enter the region, province, district, LLG ward location where the elector transferred to. You only have to fill this information if it is known. If it is not known, then just mark the transfer out and leave the rest of the information blank. Click Done. The message will appear Status Updated Successfully. GHO, which means Ghost. This means the voter's name is on the roll, but this elector is not known or eligible for this ward. If you select Ghost and click Done, the message will appear Status Updated Successfully. This voter will be marked for removal from the roll. DUP, which means Duplicate. This means the name of an elector is entered more than once in the working roll. If you select duplicate, the application requires that you find the other existing duplicate name in the roll. Select the other record by checking the box in the top right corner. This voter marked as duplicate will be marked for removal from the roll. UAG, which means underage. This means the voter is not of voting age. If you select underage and click Done, the message will appear Status Updated Successfully. This voter will be marked for removal from the roll. You can also write comments if there are any. Data processing officers should make sure they update the status accurately. The status can only be updated once. On the top right screen, the working roll also has a filter button, which enables filtering according to location. The default is the ward in which you are assigned. Status such as new, old, deceased, transferred out, transferred in, ghost, duplicate, underaged, updated. As the voter's status is updated, the filter option makes it easier to find the electors according to their status. If you cannot find a previously updated voter record, check the filter to make sure that it is returning electors with the required status. Data processing officers should use the filtering option to increase the effectiveness of their search. When you complete data entry of a ward working roll, put the working roll back in the corresponding roll envelope from which it was taken out of. The roll envelope and the forms envelope should be placed in the enrollment envelope for the specific ward in which they were assigned. The envelope should be marked as completed after data entry. This is very important to make sure these materials can be tracked and followed up as needed. Data processing officers should notify their data coordinator or shift supervisor as soon as a ward batch consisting of the forms and working roll has been data processed. The working roll update is essential for the accuracy, reliability, and integrity of the voter roll. Through the working roll update exercise, we amend or correct elector details and update the status to remove ineligible names such as names of deceased, duplicate, or underaged voters. Remember to seek support and assistance for any issues encountered during data entry from your data coordinator or shift supervisor.